It was tough because I couldn't get in trouble, because then I'd really be in trouble. Well, not only me, but my brother too, because he also had him as a math teacher. So wow. That's how long he's been teaching.
His kids have, I mean, he's getting, awards and certificates from IXL because his kids, they answered over 1 million questions last year. So, I mean, that's phenomenal, because the kids, he's pushing them to want to do their best. And so that's just what he's done. He's been here, 7 years? Yeah. And every year, he puts it in his room. He's at 100% passing. I think 1 year was he had 98 during the virtual years, and he makes sure to let you know. So, but very competitive, but just, oh my goodness, a phenomenal teacher. Mr. V is not, he doesn't like to be honored. So,
or the spotlight.
On the spotlight.
I can say that he's always loved to kind of interact with kids, or he has that ability to teach. I would say even in the most complicated cases. He was my math teacher when I was in school, and I wasn't always that great at math, so he made sure that I had to be really good at it. He did study theology when he was in college, so that ability to kind of get in touch with people, kind of get on their same level and reach them, not just academically, but emotionally as well. I think that's a trait that he does have.
Mr. Velazquez is very good about talking with his parents and getting them involved to know, this is my responsibility as a parent, this is your student's responsibility, and this is my responsibility as a teacher. So he makes sure that you are aware of his responsibility, your student's responsibility, and you as a parent. And I mean, all of my students know, and the parents know, when they go to Mr. V, they know they're going to have to do their best, because that's what the expectation is.
You are always going to see him outside playing soccer with his students. So not only are they working together in the classroom to reach those goals that they set together as a class, but also in the soccer field, they learn to kind of work together. Sometimes there's not good moments when you play as a team, but they learn to overcome that. It's also character building as well.
You can find him out there, goodness, you would swear he was just as young as they were. He's out there kicking the ball, they're kicking, and I'm just I'm looking out the window, and as an administrator, I'm like, Mr. B, be careful, be careful.
So he's not afraid of recess?
Oh no, not at all. He loves it. That's what he wants to do. The kids come with their own soccer shoes, their cleats. That is just that important.
I remember this year, I don't know if you knew, his one of his previous classes, because he loves soccer. Now most of those kids are in high school soccer. They invited him to come see them play, so he did go that day.
Oh, no.
And they were just so excited, because they were like, Mr. V, we love soccer because you will play soccer with us all the time. He's the kind of person that has to do something with his hands and just be physically active constantly, and I think that's kind of what keeps him young, because I mean, he's a grandpa, so he's getting up there in age, but he still wants to be doing all these things with kids. I mean, even the way he interacts with my daughters, he's just so youthful of life. I mean, youth of life, pretty much, yeah.
And that brightens up his day when he comes to the school and he sees Layla. Oh my goodness, you could just see a whole nother side. I'm like, Mr. V, this is my grandchild. He just truly loves seeing her at school.
And he does spend the summers tutoring her, and because he does, she was like, Mom, I don't want to have Grandpa as a teacher. He's very strict. I'm like, yes, he is. It's just a joke that I have with him, but I see the kids engage in what they're doing. I don't know how they know what they're supposed. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of instruction at some time, but it seems like it's so easy, but then I don't understand at the same time how it functions in there. I don't know if you.
Well, I mean, when I sit in, I just see it. I mean,
Like,
goodness,
yeah.
the kids are just working.
Yeah.
And he sees that they're struggling. He immediately pulls them back. And, his question, where's your work? Show me your work. And so he doesn't give them the answer. He asks them so many questions that he makes them come up with the right answer. And so, and then, it's just him, and he makes it flow. I mean, it just flows. It's like poetry in motion when you see his classroom. It's very structured. It's very structured, but the kids are independent.
Yeah.
They're in charge of their own learning.
Spend probably a lot of time on our land that we have on East Texas, probably building a cabin, with the plants, and I mean there's all sorts of stuff that he loves to build, and with his chickens, so I'm sure he'll be plenty busy. I mean, it's been fun working with my dad for the last 3 years. He's actually the one that kind of brought me over to Crosby. I'm glad that I'm here and I've had that privilege to kind of work with him in a professional manner. It's been great. We're gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.